Hello everyone, and welcome back to World of Warships Blitz with Terry. Unfortunately, I had this episode and the next one recorded, but it turned out I only got the video, not the audio, for some reason. I'm not quite sure what happened. Turns out my recording software must have crapped out, and I didn't realize until I was done all recording. So usually what I would do is just, well, chuck it out and re-record, but I actually really liked the battles that I got for this episode and for the next one. So I decided, screw that, I am going to just record an audio voiceover, and well, you're gonna have to live with not hearing anything from the actually in-game sounds, because that's the audio that I cannot recreate. So apologies for that. This one and the next one is going to be a somewhat quiet episode, but let's go. So what are we looking at today? Well, we're looking at the Kagero. We have looked at the Kagero in the past, and the Kagero is not one of my favorite, used to be not one of my favorite ships. And I kind of stopped there in the Japanese tech tree, at least in the Japanese mainline tech tree. As I figured, well, she's just a little bit meh. She's a little bit slow with 35 knots. She's relatively sturdy for a Japanese ship. She actually has pretty good guns. They turn very slowly with only a 10-degree traverse, but that's common. And she gets 2 quad torpedoes. Now, the reason I didn't really like the Kagero, I didn't really get any consistent sort of result with the Kagero, is because I was trying to play her to her strength, which is these very long range, 9.6 kilometer, very hard hitting, 4,600 damage torpedoes. Well, I was trying to play her as a stealth torp ship, and I was trying to stay out of sight no matter what, and try to hit others from stealth. Now the problem with stealth torping is, well, first of all, there's a bit of a proliferation of torpedo detection these days. The captains have been introduced, which give additional torpedo detection skills. A lot more hydro ships are around these days that actually have sonar, and just in general people have been wising up to this. So I decided, okay, can't be having with that. There has to be some way of actually having fun in these things, other than just trying to shoot torpedoes from stealth and missing. So I decided I'll play her more aggressively, and I actually ended up brawling in the Kagero. Well, you know, what else can you do? So you've got a very good detection range with 5.2 kilometers, and you can use that detection in order to get close to enemy ships. But I just have to stop trying to stay out of detection for the whole duration of the battle. Get stuck in, get going, and get it done. So after practicing a little bit, well, here it is, me in the Kagero. Alright, we're playing neighbors, we're bottom tier. Fortunately there's no carrier, so we're not, if we want to be unspotted we can be, but there's a Fletcher out there, a Shapayev, and a couple of really tricky battleships like that Tirpitz out there. So, well, usually before what I would have done is try to stay out of sight, try to torp them from a distance. Not really. I'm one of 2 destroyers, so we're gonna head out into A cup and just hit in the speed boost, and let's get in there. Now there's only one enemy destroyer, it's a Fletcher, so I'd actually rather not meet the Fletcher because the Fletcher is pretty severely outgunning me. Team decides to go A and B, and what if I got there? That's a bot, so okay, I'm not gonna expect any help. I'm pretty much on my own here. If the Fletcher is in A, things might get ugly, and otherwise we'll see what we can get done. So let's head into A. There's this very convenient island in the middle of A, which you can use to block enemy line of sight. But so far no one's in A. Well, now I am in A, so I'm starting capping, but there's nobody else in. Oh, there's something. That's an Ibuki, which should generally be a problem, but this is a bot. So I'm just going to park myself behind the island, which, by the way, is exactly the same thing I would do with if that wasn't a bot, because this is a really nice ambush position. He can't see me, obviously. First of all, because of my stealth, I can get this close without actually being seen. And then I just casually drop a set of torpedoes onto him. And here, actually, I think the game bugs out because I should be spotted at this point because he's totally in my detection range. And I have no idea why the bot is not spotting me, but he eats all my torpedoes, and there goes the first strike. So that's A cleaned up. Let's head over to, well, yeah, I've got A. There's nothing contesting A. We're kind of holding C, but B doesn't look too great. We've just lost a ship in B. Yes. Well, there's a problem. I agree that we should probably capture B, but there's a Fletcher in there, and I'm in a Kagero. So I'm kind of not super inclined to get into a dogfight with a Fletcher. There's a battleship there, and I'm totally in stealth. So I had my engine booster running to get as quickly as possible over there. Now, unfortunately, there's the Fletcher. Well, the Fletcher doesn't know that I'm coming. I mean, he should know that I'm coming if he's somewhat smart. So I'm not going to torp the Fletcher. I am going to torp the North Carolina. And just lining her up. I'm just getting as close as I can without being spotted. And I'm going to get spotted in a second there. There comes the Fletcher. But I'm not going to torp the Fletcher. I'm just going to drop a medium widespread against the North Carolina. Now, slamming in the engines, the brakes. Fletcher isn't shooting, so the Fletcher is torping me. There comes the first spread. Fletcher has more than one spread, so slam on full forward again, because I'm pretty sure the second spread's coming the other way. So, where is it? There it is. Yep. No, not falling for that one. Okay, now he's shooting, which means he's fired his torpedoes. Oh, and there we get some impact on the North Carolina. That's 4, 5. Okay, Fletcher smokes up. Well, he's totally outgunning me. I can't run from this, so I might as well just go and rush him. Not sure if I'm going to beat him or if he's going to beat my reload, but well, he's reversing out of his own smoke, given that I'm rushing him, so I'm just kind of outflanking him here. He's a Fletcher, so he's got his turrets turned around in no time, so I don't have time to dawdle because he can just gun me down. But my torpedoes are almost off reload. He's still reversing, manically, trying to get his turrets to swing around. So, here, have some torpedoes. That would be the Fletcher. Now that North Carolina is still alive after eating the first set of torpedoes. So, but he's firing armor piercing at me, so that's not a problem. He's slowing down, so I'm dropping a little behind him. And since I'm spotted anyway, well, he gave up shooting at me. Oh, he found something better to shoot at. Well, here, have some torpedoes. And now he's got his guns pointing the wrong way, so I can just leisurely park myself next to him and gun him down in my Japanese destroyer. Yeah, you've got a couple secondaries, but okay, the other North Carolina gets him, which leaves only 2 ships. Stop being so obsessed about B Cup. We're leading 600 to 200 points. We don't need B Cup. What have we got there? What have we got left? There's an Amagi. Okay, well, I'm out of speed boost, so I'm just gonna go run after him. He's sailing away from me, so while he is in torpedo range, there's really slim chance that I'm going to actually hit him, because, well, he's sailing away from me. So I'm just firing my guns. I mean, he's otherwise occupied. He's not firing back at me, so I might as well. Maybe I get a fire going. And even if not, I'm just chipping away at his health. And, well, what am I saving them up for? I just drop some torps in his direction anyway. Maybe he decides to turn around and, I don't know, do something. Oh, there's a Gascoigne. Where are you going, Gascoigne? Well, there's some torpedoes coming your way. They weren't meant for you, but they were meant for the Amagi. But, well, I mean, the Amagi is going elsewhere. So, yeah, he's healing, but, well... all skill, no luck. Well, and that just leaves the Amagi, and given that he's dead. So, we've done almost 100,000 damage. We've won a dogfight. Okay, fair enough. We've torped a bot in the beginning, but that could have totally not been a bot. I would still have been surprised. What else do we do? We brawled a Fletcher in a Kagero, and we came out alive. I mean, yes, obviously that Fletcher was either confused or AFK or lagging or didn't really know what he was doing, but we still won. So Does this work every time? No, of course not. I mean, the Kagero still is a Japanese destroyer. She's not really a brawler per se, and any American or Soviet destroyer that's worth their salt, they can go and gun me down at any time. But I've still got very, very hard-hitting torpedoes. I've still got the capability to actually use my speed boosts and become relatively quick if needed. And also, to be absolutely honest with you, it is a lot more fun to play the Kagero this way. Because, you know, you're kind of sneaking around, trying to stay out of detection, trying to torp people, and then you're just waiting and sitting there waiting for your torps to either hit or miss. Yeah, you can do that. But, you know, if you miss or they're just dodging, you know, it's not half the fun. And if you're going in, guns blazing, and, you know, get the torps to work. You just gotta make sure you're dodging the shots, because while you are at the end of the day still just a Japanese destroyer. But these torps are great. They do a lot of damage. They reload reasonably quickly, and the guns are not bad as well. 5.5-second reload is not something to be sneezing at, and you can set fires, and you can fight other destroyers in it. So yeah, at the end of the day, I'm actually really enjoying the Kagero, and I'm gonna start, well, going up that line again. Maybe I'll unlock the Yugumo soon and give a try how that works. But I'm still standing by my stealth build on the torpedo reload and the stealth, but she's fun. You can brawl in this thing, and you can hurt people quite a lot for not paying attention. So that's it for today. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye.